Okay, is everyone ready? Okay. Music.
Ooh.
All right, Zay. You come up to the town of Kelmarain in the middle of the desert. As you walk in, you see a mob, a horde, around a rather well-to-do looking man with a bunch of crates and barrels handing out food to them. They seem to be rather flustered and just barely holding on to their civility.
Okay, I'm gonna step up to the crowd and see what I can hear and what's going on.
So you hear him shout out, "Please, everyone, stay back. We need to do this in an orderly fashion. We are trying our best to make sure that everyone gets taken care of. We have to be fair and equal about this. Please, stay in line." One of the men turns to the other and says, "Stay in line, be fair. There ain't nothing fair about this drought. This is bullcrap."
Well, I think I'm going to ignore what's going on here and move along.
Okay.
So I'm going to move down here, and if I see anything, let me know.
Okay, with your perception of 7?
Yeah. Basically, I'm just reading signs and all that. Because I'm assuming these are buildings.
Yep. So you notice the buildings that you're passing right now look like just general governmental buildings. And you seem to be in the political part of town.
Okay. Would this be the Capitol, like the mayor building over here? No, it looks important.
Actually, no, it would be this building right here.
Can you ping me?
Oh yeah, sorry you didn't see that.
No. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go inside.
Okay, you head into the building, and you see various clerks and receptionists walking around, shuffling their papers.
I'm gonna stop one of them and ask them what's with the commotion outside.
The commotion? Well, obviously, we're doing our best to feed every mouth we have here.
Ugh, they all seem pretty reasonable people. All right, well, I'm just gonna move on.
Okay.
I see this bridge and I'm gonna go over.
Okay, so as you're passing over the bridge, you notice that the water level in the river is extremely low, and that the ground around it has started to become cracked and dry, just like normal not riverbed ground.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, I can't do anything. So I'm gonna cross over to Kelmarain. Is this place just called Kelmarain?
Yeah, the town you're in. So this is the road out of Kelmarain.
Okay, so that means nothing's over here. I'll try and approach the guy in the center over here.
As you're
Crowd.
approaching, you notice that the crowd starts to go berserk. People start pushing each other over, starting to, kids are getting walked all over and thrown aside. And the guy here grabs a basket and makes a run for it. You see him run in this direction.
Oh, he got through the crowd. Okay, so I'm actually going to shadow step to get to him.
Okay. So you slither through the shadows after him. You see him catching his breath here with a basket of food and medicine. And are you stealthing or are you just popping up?
I'm gonna pop out. Boo!
You pop up and oh, thank goodness you're not one of those cravens. They're insane, I tell you, insane. I know that times are tough, but we have to keep our humanity.
How come they're losing their humanity and you're keeping yours?
Well, there's a reason that I was chosen as a significant leader of the Arcane Tower. I have the poise and the intellect to be able to make the best of a bad situation.
The Arcane Tower, you say? What is that?
Why? That would be the giant tower to the southwest. When you look southwest, you see a giant tower rising into the sky with ornate blue energy going through up and down it.
Oh, I'm most curious. Why are you the only one out here who is so poised and able to handle this situation?
Well, everyone else is working on a solution for the problem. I'm just trying to keep us at a point where we can get to that.
Okay. Then I will ask you to lead me to your tower. See if I can help.
I'm sorry, sir. I have other things to do. In fact, I'm swamped, and if you could help me out, I would be most obliged.
Sure. I'll do that.
Could you please take this parcel to the governor's house? His daughter is extremely sick and requires the medicine and care from this package.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you so much. Come to the tower afterward, and then I can show you around.
All right.
He hands you a basket full of food and medicine, and heads off back towards. Oh, whoops! I hit back by accident. Back towards the governor's house.
All right. So when he is out of sight, I'm going to stand in the shadow of this building so no one sees me. And I'm going to throw acid splash in the medicine.
Okay. So you put acid into the medicine. It begins to foam and bubble and discolors, and ultimately the beaker is able to hold it, though.
Great. Then I will go to where he pointed me to go.
Okay. The governor's mansion is to the southwest, all the way at the end of town.
Near the tower?
South
Or
of the tower.
Just keep going. Okay.
South of the tower, yeah.
New.
This looks like more residential part of the town. You note that there seem to be, at this point, a lot of families crammed into the different homes.
All right, I'll keep going. It's a miserable town. Holy cow.
Is the music still going for you?
Yep.
Great. You note this area to the west as the governor's mansion.
There.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm going to step through this alleyway.
Alright, I'm gonna restart the music. It has been restarted.
Alright. I'm going to approach the capital, or the governor's mansion.
Okay, do you want to go in?
I'll knock on the door first. See if anyone answers.
Okay, so you knock on the door and a servant opens and says, "Yes, how can I help you?"
I was sent by a man who was giving food to a crowd out there to deliver this to your mayor.
I see. Does this man have a name?
Not that I know of, but I know he's from the Arcane Tower.
I see. And you have
seemed in a
no
rush.
way to prove. You're just going to come here with food and expect the governor to have it.
I mean, I could just walk away with the medicine.
You must understand the position I'm in. At which point you hear in the background, "Where's that medicine, damn it!" He rolls his eyes. Come in. Mop. Mop.
Wow! Wow, that's really cool. Alright, so I'm gonna roll perception to see what I know of the house. I just suck at rolling. Probably nothing. Alright, well, if the servant doesn't point me in a direction, I'm gonna start wandering around.
The servant points you towards the gardens on the west, to the west.
Alright. Well, I'll step in the garden.
Okay, so you see the governor, a very beautiful and elegant looking woman with her daughter who looks extremely cold and in pain and frail. And she's holding her daughter in both of her arms with her daughter's head in her lap.
I approach with the basket and I tell them I was told to bring it to them to provide medicine and food.
Oh, yes, thank you so much. We need this medicine. My poor daughter's just... She's so sick. She deserves so much better than this. At which point you hear a little pathetic cough from her.
Oh.
Do you have my medicine, mister?
They do! Here. And I give it to her. No, actually, sorry, I put down the basket and I tell them I must leave.
Not so fast, mister. What is your name?
Zay.
Zay, I cannot thank you enough. I know that you must have other things to do, more important things to do with your time than be a mule for medicine. But this is just so needed, and I cannot thank you enough. Please stay for a moment while I get you a reward. And she sends off a servant to get you something. Meanwhile, she pulls out the medicine and gives it a sniff. And then you see her cast a spell. And then her eyes get wide. Poison? Poison? You dare bring poison to my little girl? Guards! Guards!
Hold up, I didn't do it!
She ignores you. And you hear the thundering feet of guards come running up to the house.
Look, I didn't touch this. I just brought it from one of the men from the tower. It must have been tampered with.
The captain comes up and, "Sorry, sir, we're gonna have to detain you until we figure this out. This is an extremely egregious act. You can come peacefully or not."
Come peacefully, but I want you to know that that it's probably one of the people in the crowd that did this. They're not happy with you.
It's not for me to decide. Come along. So they form a little box around you. They throw some manacles on your wrists, and then begin to escort you to prison unless you have anything else you want to do or try.
So I can still cast spells, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't gag me.
Nope.
I'm going to cast. No, that wouldn't do anything. It's a cool spell, but it doesn't do anything. Screw it. I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to cast Fireball.
Okay. Where?
I'm going to cast it there.
Okay.
Reflex would have it. Half the damage. DC 23.
All right. So, deep reflex is going to be. Well, they all fail. And let's see, cast right here, and it has a 20-foot radius.
20-foot, yeah.
Okay, so that hits all of the guards, and they all die. And it also hits the governor. Who... I'm not going to bother doing the rest of the X's. Actually, can I do... No, okay. Who seems the flames lick up against a invisible shield that she seems to have put up. And she looks at you with totally furious eyes. And you see her begin to cast a spell. And let me see what her initiative is. Go ahead and roll initiative, by the way. Okay, so you see her begin to gather her arcane energy, but you are quicker than she, so you get first action.
All right. I will cast. Do I really want to kill her? I mean, yeah, she's kind of causing a lot of trouble for me. So I'm going to cast Spontaneous Immolation.
Okay.
Fortitude halves it. Oh. DC 22.
Okay, she fails it, and it does... How much damage? Oh, 6 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So once again, you see the flames not really affect her too much.
Okay.
Do a will save. Okay. You feel her will overpower yours, and she gives you the command to sit.
Okay, I sit.
Now wait here, you mongrel, while I summon more guards. Not these useless vermin. She escorts her child out.
Oh, shoot!
And approximately 10 minutes later, a new batch of guards comes.
Am I able to cast spells during this time?
Only if it is in line with the instructions that she gave you.
Cool. I'm going to sculpt a corpse. So the guy next to me, I'm going to give him the look of me.
How does that fulfill the command she gave you?
Well, I'm sitting.
And you're waiting?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will sculpt him to look like me. And then I will alter myself to look like him. And I will lay there looking dead.
Okay. Okay, so she walks back in the room and she says, "Stand up."
Oh, shoot. That's fine. I guess I have to obey it. Or can I make a will save?
No.
No.
And then she says, "Now go with these guards and get yourself into prison." And unless you have any other tricks, the guards will escort you to prison.
No. So I got...
Okay. So you are taken into a rather musty, sweltering, hot prison. That's your token. I'm pretty sure that's your token. Yep. And whoop. So you, the spell effects wear off of you, and you find yourself in prison. Whoa, chill. On the other side of the bars, you see your benevolent friend on the other side.
Oh. This is awkward. Alright, well, I'll approach him.
He looks at you and says, "This must be a mistake. There's no way that you could have done this thing." And then you see him kind of jotting down on his paper, and he looks back up at you. "I will speak with the guards at once.
Oops.
And try to secure your release."
That would be most appreciated.
As he walks away, you see him somewhat intentionally flash the papers that he was writing on at you, and roll a perception. You make out the general image of a scythe with a skull on it. And he walks away.
Scythe with the skull on it.
Knowledge, religion, and I can give you more.
Knowledge, religion it is. Ah.
So you recognize that as the symbol of Xiphith.
I thought so.
The scythe that is made of the femur and the tibia with a skull joining the two.
Cool.
And eventually he comes back and says, "I have secured your release. Guards, release him right." At which point they open the door and let you out.
Legit. Alright, so I'm gonna try and talk to him telepathically.
Okay, how's that?
So this is actually a question I have. So Muckles can talk to me telepathically. Is that because of an ability he has, or is that just because he's evil aligned?
That is because of an ability he has as a tiefling.
Okay, never mind then. Never mind. So I motion him to walk with me.
Okay. He comes along.
All right. So if we are out of earshot of everyone, I'm going to ask him. So you're part of the Xiphons, huh?
You see him stare at you blankly for a second, and then approximately 10 seconds later, his whole mannerism changes, and he goes, "Not here, you idiot." And then another 10 seconds, and he's back into his regal self. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
We must get a drink somewhere, please.
Certainly, certainly. Actually, if you would like, you can join me at the church later tonight for the ritual to Nephis, the March of the Dead.
Sounds great. I'll meet you there.
Great. Meet me there at approximately midnight.
All right.
And then he walks away.
All right. So that's a prisoner. I'm assuming I should probably just get out of here, or I'm thrown back into a cell.
Yeah, the guards approach once he walks away.
So, should I stay up there?
No. They're just escorting you out.
All right, cool. Then I will be escorted out.
Great. Where would you like to go? Just back into the town?
If I could... No, that'd be a bad idea. Take me to where the crowd originally was.
Okay. So you note that, let's see, in this amount of time, the crowd were dispersed.
Okay.
So you just see the scraps of all the crates that had the provisions in them. And then you notice that the crowd has instead gathered outside of the Capitol building in an angry mob.
Oh, perfect. I'm going to approach, and I will listen as to what they're yelling and all that.
Okay. So you approach and you just hear them yelling, "Food! We need food! We don't need your arcane insanity around here! Give us water! Give us food! Give us water! Give us food!"
Nothing of interest. I'm going to look for that tower that was the arcane tower that was originally talked about.
Okay.
I believe is past the Capitol. All right. So this is the tower, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to cast Alter Self again and look like one of the guards. I don't know enough about their ranks and all that, so probably wouldn't be a good idea. Actually, I'll enter.
Okay.
As myself.
This map is so big. Okay, so you approach the tower.
I never asked for the guy's name. Ugh. Ooh, this is pretty. Alright, I'm gonna go up the stairs. Hopefully no one yells at me.
Okay.
And I step in.
As you step in, you notice a man there who is feverishly, fervently working around a giant pillar of water that is rising to the top of the tower. He's like, gotta finish, must bring the rain, must bring life, must bring water.
Huh. So either he's taking up all the water or he's trying to bring it. Alright, so I'm going to approach him and see if he notices me.
He distractedly looks at you. Who are you? Get out of here!
I'm here to help with the rain.
I don't need help from strangers right now.
Alright, then I'll walk away.
Okay.
I'll go to the other side. Can he see me?
Yeah, it's water.
Yeah. I was hoping it was churning enough. Do I notice anything really important? Oh, staircase. I'm gonna go. Oh,
you note that the staircase is just a spiral with a rail that just goes all the way up the tower, so that people can observe it from various levels.
Oh, this is kind of underwhelming. Who is this guy? Nothing I can really do to. Can I do Knowledge Arcana to know what spell he's trying to cast?
Sure. Actually, it would be a spellcraft check for that. Sorry.
Okay.
It looks like really advanced, difficult magic. Go ahead and roll a perception as well, and then knowledge religion. Okay. So it looks to you like he's combining some sort of magical energy with the powers of Pharasma to try to gather in the water from as wide as an area as possible. To do what, you don't know yet.
Pharasma, huh?
Mm-hmm. With a knowledge check that high, you note that Pharasma, one of the domains is water.
Oh. Zay's a dick. So I'm gonna cast. Do I want to do it? I don't want to do it. I'm gonna cast Wall of Fire.
Okay, where?
How big can it be? "20 feet long per level, or a radius of up to 5 feet per 2 levels." I'm gonna cast it around this guy
Okay.
in a cycle with the fire pointing in.
Okay, let me see if he can do anything. Or if he's so into what he's doing. Okay, so he does notice you begin casting a spell. Let me see if he's... And he is faster than you, so he immediately casts a spell of his own. called... Where is it? Level 2 spell. Oh, level 3. Aqueous Orb.
Oh.
And you see him, a giant orb of water, pull from the pillar of water, and just form around him in a globe of water. He looks at you angrily.
Okay. Well, I guess that'll stop the damage from the fire.
Yeah, so you cast your wall of fire, and then it's his turn again, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, so his orb is going to attempt to smother your fire. Let me see what the DC on that is. Your caster level is, are you 10 right now?
I think it's 9.
You're 9? Okay.
Caster level 9, yeah.
So I have to exceed... Is it 11 or 13? Hold on. Dispel Magic Pathfinder. I have to exceed 11 plus the spell's caster level. So that would be, I have to exceed a 20. And I'm going to 1d20 plus your caster level. Well, I got a perfect 20. So the orb pushes out and just totally quenches your wall.
Okay.
And then he casts Hydraulic Push.
Okay.
What's your CMD?
CMD. Defenses. Is it defenses?
It's under basics.
CMD is 17.
Okay. So he's going to cast Hydraulic Push. And... what is this? It's going to be... See, Bull Rush is equal to your caster level plus your intelligence or charisma modifier. What did you say your CMD was again?
17.
17. Okay. So he pushes you straight out the door and shouts, "I don't have time for this jackal shit! Leave and don't come back!"
Alright, fine. Yeah, I'll leave.
Okay. He comes up and slams the door, and you feel a spell support the door.
Honestly, that was much more civil than I thought it'd be. Peace out.
Okay. Where you heading?
What time is it?
You note that with the day's activities and all the time you spent in prison, it's probably around 11 o'clock.
Alright, I'll head to the church.
Okay. The church is a pretty far walk away, so you get there pretty much just before midnight. And that is here.
Okay.
And you note your friend waiting for you.
I approach.
Ah, welcome, friend. Are you ready for the ritual?
Yeah.
Perfect. So, we shall change into our Pharasman priest clothing. We shall head down to the river, and then we shall wash ourselves.
You know more about this than I do.
You can roll knowledge religion to get more info. My mind can become yours with the high enough rolls.
Okay, I will do that.
So what do you want to know?
Well, like, is this actually what I'm supposed to be doing?
As far as like the session goes?
As far as this is the religion, like that's what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, yeah, roll knowledge religion. Okay. Sorry for you know that the Day of the Dead is a holiday in Pharasma, and you also know that there is a mocking counterpoint on Xiphus called the Day of the Living that they use, that Xiphus worshippers will celebrate as well. But Pharasma, the Day of the Dead is basically a like almost like a good luck ritual that they use to say, Pharasma, don't kill me yet. I don't want to die yet.
So this guy's a Pharasman or a Xiphon? I thought he was
Roll
a Xiphon.
sense motive.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, he was Xiphon. Sense motive.
Okay, so you know that something seems off about him when he speaks to you as he is now. He seems like a totally different person than when he was speaking to you earlier, and it's almost like he's distracted and not fully aware of the Xiphus hints that he's been dropping you.
All right. Well.
So as you are speaking about that, you hear outside an angry mob, and they come marching into the chapel.
Shoot.
And they say, "She's dead! She's dead! The governor's daughter is dead! And it was you, outsider! You shall be punished!" You look at your friend here, and you see his whole demeanor change, and he just starts cackling. And the doors to the chapel slam shut, and he says, "Kill them."
Oh shoot! But there's no way to make it. I guess I can make it look like an accident. All right. Well, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I am going to cast Fire Snake.
Okay.
I'm going to make the path so it starts from me. Oh, that's 10 feet. Alright. That's a little convoluted. I'll make it easier for you. Center
Okay.
of the room.
Great. So your fire snake just lashes through the whole center of the room, and all of the town's followers just go down in a fiery blaze, screaming in agony. They are going to approach. As you do this, you hear just the cackling intensify from behind you. And they are all going to take a swing at you. Let's see if I get lucky.
Well, I don't have a high AC.
One more roll. Give me a 20. Give me a 20. 1. Great. So they all start waving their pitchforks and torches at you, and you easily just sidestep all of it.
Oh, great. I needed that. Um. So if I move, I'm going to take attacks of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Let me read the spell again. Where'd it go? Oh, well, that sucks. All right, I'm going to try and strike fear into them. I'm going to cast Vision of Hell.
Okay, you'll be casting defensively.
Yes.
Rolling attacks of opportunity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of them were below 10. Every last one of them. So you cast Vision of Hell.
All right.
Do you want to give flavor to that, or did you just cast it?
All right, so I'm going to cast it. And basically, I mean, what it does is it makes their so they make a will save or they become shaken. But
Okay.
basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to play on the idea of I just burned half the people and now welcome to my domain.
Okay. So let's see. Will saves. What's the CR?
DC is 21.
21. It's literally no, it's not impossible. They have a +1. So they have to roll perfect 20. Okay, so they are all shaken right now.
All right. Okay. And that's kind of just. Oh, and then they already took their attacks of opportunity, so I can take a step.
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to step to this guy's side.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to do that here.
Okay. So that guy's going to take a swing at you, and he actually hits.
This guy?
No. Sorry, this guy.
Oh, he didn't take an attack for opportunity last time?
Well, it's their turn now, right?
Yeah, oh my gosh, this is so much faster. Whoa. Oy, oy. How many fire snakes do I have? Perfect.
Okay, take 2 damage.
Alright. My turn?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Fireball there. Which means it'll hit everyone except this guy.
Okay.
And me and the echoing dude. Which I still haven't asked his name. Who needs to know that? So 6 reflex halves the damage with a DC of 23.
Literally impossible for them to save.
Okay.
And 30 damage. Kill them. On hearing the explosions and everything outside, you see formidable. What is this? And they join the fray.
Ah, great. What do I have for these guys? 0. Perfect.
Let's see.
Just leave it.
Speed is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so they come running at you and they stop there. Your go.
In my go. Well, I can't make this look like it. I can make this look like it. Yeah, I'm sure Xiphus is okay. What's behind me? What is this?
It's a fireplace.
Okay. I was like, it's a magic portal.
That goes to hell.
Oh, actually, do these guys have to make a will save? Yes, these guys have to make a will save to negate the vision of hell.
Oh, cool. What was the DC on that again? Sorry.
21.
They both failed, so they are shaken.
Shaken, not stuck. What does shaken do?
Shaken.
I can Google that.
The shaken character takes -2 penalty on attack roll saving.
Neato. Unless they're evil aligned, then they don't take the penalty.
They are not evil.
Alright, well, I'll just do the same thing I did to all those villagers. Cast Fireball.
Okay.
Same spot, so it's going to be right on top of them. $33, reflex 23 to negate or to half.
They both failed terribly. And they look very hurt. Yeah!
Ben was calling me. Okay, they're very hurt. Okay.
They come up to you. This guy steps over to the corner.
Gosh, what a pansy. Oh, I might kill him.
They attempt to hit you.
He hits me.
That one crit. And your AC is 13?
It's 12.
Okay, so they both hit. Okay, take 28 damage and 13 damage. And the villagers miss. Your turn.
My turn. Well, as this is getting kind of hairy, I'm gonna take a 5-step back and cast Shadow Hands,
Okay.
which I believe would hit all
a
of them.
10-foot fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a save on this one? Reflex for half. Reflex.
Oh, that's bigger than I thought. Yeah.
Okay. They both go down. They all go down. And outside you hear the thumping of more feet, but they halt outside.
All right, I glare at this guy and say, "What's going on?"
The two-way trap. The ally and the enemy. My favorite.
I'm gonna cast blindness on him.
Okay.
Fortitude negates it. DC 21.
Okay. He fails.
All right, and then
You see him rip off his cloak and glare in your general direction. You dare to touch me?
whoa! What? He's so cool looking. All right, so we're in combat, or is
Not technically.
okay? So I am going to boopity bappity boop over here. Oh no! I'm gonna run outside.
Okay, so as you go
yeah.
outside, you note that there are many guards waiting for you.
Okay, I'm gonna start panting and looking frantic and go, he's inside! Oh, my friends! My friends! They're all dead! The corpses are... It smells. And then I pass out.
Okay. So in your actually do a bluff or a perform or yeah.
Shoot.
The guard comes up to you and kicks you in the side. Get up!
Shoot.
And inside you hear, help! 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 And as they run inside, this guy is crawling towards the... I can't see! I can't see! It was him! Him! Save me! Save me! Let me roll a bluff for him. And the guards quickly rush to him and help him up. And they glare at you.
Yeah.
Please, please, you must apprehend this monster. The guards all turn to apprehend you, and he pulls out a knife and he sticks it in one of the guards' neck.
No, thank the Lord. Okay.
And he begins cackling again. Okay, let's see how much damage does he do. That'll hit, and that'll do...
I'm just gonna roll this to see what it does.
Okay, so this guard goes down, and then he attacks the other one. And this guard goes down. Okay. You are up.
Alright, well, I don't think I need to do anything to convince them. So I am going to... I don't want to use fire, but that's all I have. Oh no! Oh, that's all I have, so I might as well use it. I'm gonna spontaneous immolation the dude.
Which one?
The
Okay.
Xiphon. Not 46.
That's a fortitude save.
3d6.
Okay, he passes.
3 damage.
Okay.
I really shouldn't have done that.
The guards are gonna go, and they're all gonna take a whack at you.
Yeah. I should have done something else. And I thought about it, but I didn't do it. Might I rewind time?
Is there a feat for that?
Ow!
Okay, let's see. There's 5 of these guys. They all hit.
Great.
Okay. So that's 14 damage plus 8 plus 10. Oh, damn. That can't be right. There we go. 47 damage. The first number I got was 117, and that did not make sense.
Well, dang.
Okay. And this one's going to attempt to hit the Xiphon. And will miss. The Xiphon's going to go. He's going to stagger forward and attempt to unleash 2 attacks. That is a hit and a hit. Come on. Sneak attack. So it's 10. Okay, this guard goes down. And this guard goes down. You're up.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Shadow Step to get the F out of here.
Okay, you'll be doing that defensively. So if you 5-step down, you'd only take 1 attack of opportunity.
Deal.
Okay. But if I hit you, that's tough.
Then I die.
Oh, I rolled a 2. You're good.
Yay! Alright, so I'm gonna poof out of here. I can go 190 feet away.
Okay, where do you want to head? Just away from the church, into the church?
I want to head away from the church.
Okay.
Preferably where I can still see what's going on, unless that doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter.
Okay, so let me throw you on the map here. And the church is going to be this building. Let me bring my tokens over. Okay, throw these guys in the river. Okay, so where do you want to go?
I'm going to chug some pots.
So yeah, where are you shadow stepping to? I guess now that we're on.
So these count as 5 feet, yeah?
Yes.
Shadow step over to I think that's far enough.
Okay.
I'm gonna step in
Now-
the shadow of this area.
and do you want to just watch?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just fast forward it by saying this guy just absolutely.
Man. Hmm.
And then you see him drink a potion, look around, and then walk off into the night.
Alright, well, I'm gonna chug a butt ton of potions. What is it, 10d8? Or d8
For what?
for a potion.
For cure light wounds or inflict light wounds is 1d8 plus 1.
So 65. Well, that's not much. Alright, well, I'm gonna assume that guy's a harvest master. And I don't really know. I don't want to follow him. I'm gonna sleep.
Okay. So you head to a local inn and sleep?
Yeah, they
Okay.
don't hate me.
Go ahead and roll a perception.
I don't know what they know.
So you wake up to the Xiphon standing over your bed with his knife at your throat,
Shoot.
and he says, "It appears we started off on the wrong foot.
Wait, but he's blind.
Not anymore."
Oh, okay. Proceed.
And he says, "I am named Yaz. I have been plotting I've been plotting against this town for many years now, and you have come right before its fruition. I would have you join me or die now."
Seeing as you have a knife to my throat, I will join you.
A wise choice. He pulls his knife away and sits down in the corner, staring at you. Years ago, I began to divert the water from the river here upstream so that it would no longer flow through this town to create an impoverished and hungry psycho town. In their desperation, they brought in a mage of the water named Ondenkir to attempt to plead and work with Pharasman and Elemental to pull in water from far away and bring rains and life to this parched area. It is now my intent to cause that tower to overload and to pull the water from every living creature in the area, thus killing the entire town in a petrified, stony gaze.
Dang! Gosh, I wish I had that power. Oh, I marvel. I mean, that's brilliant.
So you will join me then?
I will do anything I can to accomplish that.
Excellent. The next thing we have to do is clear the tower. Pesky mate, and then our plan shall be complete.
Well, I've tried that. He has very strong defensive spells.
I have not been here twiddling my thumbs. By use of my reputation, I can cripple him before he even sees it. And then you shall have a fair fight.
Will it only be your reputation that's fighting alongside me, or will you as well?
That is not yet decided.
Well, I wouldn't be shocked if you betrayed me, but it's just such a good plan.
Trust me, little one. A tragic death for you is nothing compared to my need for this plan to come to fruition.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. Well, just let me know what I can do to help.
Come, we go
you
to
just
kill
want to-
Ondinkir.
Great, that's... first, I kind of need to finish my rest.
I suppose. I will keep watch.
Yay! Alright. So much health did I get back from sleeping? I always forget.
Your level plus your constitution modifier.
Alright. Constitution modifier is 5. I get 13. Where'd we go?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Such a big map.
It really is. This thing, it kept warning me. It's like, if you make it this big, it might not ever...
Whoa. Yeah. Alright.
Okay.
15.
So he says, wait here. I'll have the portal opened. And then you sneak in through using your shadow spells.
Okay.
So he knocks on the door. You watch his body shift and change and his facial, and walks up to the door. Knocks on it. Ondinkir, good sir, I have urgent news for you. Not now, I'm busy, damn it! Ondinkir, this cannot wait. Oh. You see him open the door. What is it you want? At which point, Yaz begins going on and on about the urgency of getting the tower online, and how he needs to have him finish it as soon as possible, and what can he do to help, and the town is not getting any better, and how on earth could this have taken so long, and they've pushed so much into him, and then he finally, Ondinkir says, enough! I'm doing my best! If you are not here to help, then leave! Well, sir, I suppose I'm here to help then. And he turns around to walk in, and Ondinkir shapes and his shimmies, and his face falls again, and he pulls out a knife and stabs Ondinkir in the back.
Dang. And here I am. I have a crazy friend now, instead of an epic crazy ally or enemy. Okay.
Ondinkir falls on a knee, swearing, and your friend scuttles off to the corner. And then you hear the tower begin to rage and swell.
The tower itself?
The water pillar in the middle of it.
Shoot.
And then his head snaps to you. You again! I will not have this fail!
Oh. I thought I was behind a wall.
Go ahead and re-roll initiative. Let's see. Pitiful. Okay, you get first move.
Ooh! That's a cool visual. Wait, how big is this? Sorry. I want to see if I can make 20 feet radius, 40 feet high. Okay. So if I do it there, ha! I'm gonna make his tower of water explode into a volcanic storm.
Okay, cool.
Is there a saving throw? I don't think there is.
Nope.
Okay. So 3d6 for bludgeoning damage. And then 2d6 of fire damage. 20 damage.
Okay.
And then so I casted it here, which means
Perception, difficult terrain. The end of the duration, they disappear. And it is 20 feet radius.
kind of hard to draw 20 feet radius.
Here I can. Okay, what are you doing, dum-dum? What the hell is happening right now? My zero is putting... Is my shift key stuck or something? Okay. Siri, what are you talking about? Okay, I will just keep it in mind. It's not really going to affect him too much anyways.
Okay.
Okay, so he looks at you and he cries to the sky, Pharasma, my goddess, help me dispose of this vermin. At which point the pillar of water comes splashing out at you and covers you in a bubble of water and begins to suffocate you. You then feel a wild power of entropy enter into your body, and you hear booming,
The child of entropy.
and the entropy explodes from your body, making the water totally useless and fall on the ground. At which point he swears and begins to cast a spell at you.
Oh, beautiful.
He is going to cast Spectral Hand.
Ah, know that one well. 5 feet.
And then it is your turn.
Well, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I'm going to cast blindness on him.
Okay.
DC 21 Fortitude to negate it.
Fortitude. He is blind.
And then I am going to waddle my way over here.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright, he is going to... crawl his way to the pillar and jump into it and begin to tread in water there.
Smart.
You're up.
Smart, smart. Oh, that sucks. I blinded him, and then I wanted to use a spell where I think he has to be able to see things. So actually, that would take him twice as long to get there, right? Because of difficult terrain.
Oh, that's true, and he's got half speed since he's blinded. It did come into effect, so he can only move 1 square. Okay, so he's right there.
Okay, this is my moment. Wall of fire! Repeating it
Okay.
around him.
Okay. 2d4 damage, is that right?
2d4.
And there's no save. Okay. He is going to cast a spell, and you see a water shield pop up around his skin.
Okay.
Your turn? Actually, he's going to move 1 more step too. Sorry.
Alright, so since he passed through the wall of fire, he's going to take 2d6 points of damage plus 1 per caster
Okay.
level. So 2d6 plus 9. Wow!
He is bloodied.
Alright. So he has a water shield, which means I can break it with fire. But that would suck. So what I'm gonna do... So I'm gonna step there. And then cast Shadow Hands.
Okay.
Reflex halves the damage of DC 19.
Okay. Reflex.
Yep. Dude.
Failed.
Wow.
Okay. He is. He's at 1 hit point.
No! Painful
stare. Okay.
Come on,
so
useless ally.
he in his desperation is going to attempt to cast Glacial Prison on you.
Ooh, that sounds cool. It's a waterbender. Water versus fire.
I have to do high or low though to see if he gets it right. So I'm going to do high. Okay, so he attempts to enslave you into an icy, but it goes right past to your left. Whatever. Your turn.
My turn! Alright, what's my highest DC? Alright. So to make a point to Pharasma, and to honor Zyphus, I'm going to cast Fire Snake, and I'm going to wrap it around his body, coiling it, and squeeze.
Okay.
And since Reflex only halves it, it's gonna kill him.
Yeah. So the fire snake wraps itself around his body, searing and steaming up the water sheet that's around his skin, and squeezing his body and just melting into first past the skin, then into the muscle, then through the organs and into the bone. You smell cooked marrow fill the air, and you watch his head drop, and as his screams finally subside.
Ah.
Okay. Yeah, steps up. Well done. Shall we move on?
Is this still going?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw an acid splash in there just cause.
Okay. He's like, okay. I will operate the controls I need you to provide me with the arcane knowledge to do this.
Sounds good.
So roll knowledge arcane.
Okay.
Damn. Okay, roll knowledge nature. Do you have it?
I do.
Okay, so you instruct him on how to overload the circuits, and as you hear the bubbling begin to intensify and it starts to wobble and warp, he jumps at you and knocks you to the ground, and then you hear a huge boom, and then you hear the sound of an entire 100-mile radius begin to crack and to crumble all at once. As you stand up, you feel pressed into your hand an amulet, and he says, "For in the name of Xiphus have I done this!" And he stands up.
Can I knowledge the amulet?
Yeah. Spellcraft. And knowledge arcane. Do you have use it magic device as well? Okay, you recognize it as an amulet of protection from petrification.
Aww, how sweet of him. Does he not have one?
He has one too.
Okay.
He says, "Our task is done. Xiphus shall glory in the been killed by our accident, of course."
It's one hell of an accident. Wow.
He walks
I
outside
bathed in the
and
glory of it.
he walks outside, and you just hear far off and.
Dang, man. What a savage.
Game over.
Dang. Well, I admire that man. Well.
Okay. So how'd you like it, Concobar?
That would have been very different if I didn't play it properly.
I was really hoping that I'd get you into an icy prison. It's a really good move. You trap the target in solid 1-inch thick per caster level ice. If the target fails its save, it is helpless. It's a save of 24. Fortitude. So you became helpless. I was going to have him come stab the guy in the back.
He should make a fortitude save just for kicks